Hello everyone and welcome to my neck of the woods. I'm Morning Day You and this is Metroid Fusion, my first Metroid game ever. Well, I say that in the first Metroid game I have ever played. Yeah, that should be fine. So, a bit of history with me in this game. I never had a Game Boy Advance. I had a DS, but never really had access to Game Boy games because, you know, the DS cartridges were kind of the big thing at the time. But there were a few Game Boy games that I ended up getting because I thought they were interesting, one of which being Metroid Fusion. And I have a few fond memories of this game, but nothing really stuck. It definitely contributed to my love of the genre being Metroidvanias, but I'd never really played any other Metroid games until after I played this. Like, playing through this and not beating it, I then kept trying and failing because of one specific boss I'll get to later. But I only recently was able to play Metroid. What number would it have been? Whatever Super Metroid's number is, because this is technically Metroid 4, so I guess Super Metroid was what, 3? But I loved Super Metroid and I wanted to play through this as a bit of history. It's there in what got me to enjoy video games as much as I do now, with other games like Dragon Quest IX and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Those were some of the big games that really got me interested in video games, and actually, for a while, had me hoping I could eventually make my own games. And then I realized, wow, making your own games on your own is incredibly difficult and time-consuming. So, enough of setup and such, aside from maybe like telling you guys the story, but I think we're going to see that soon. Again, it's been a while since I played this game, and I'm going to need to remember a fair number of things, and the only real thing I do remember, like specifically hard-coded into my brain as something that I just know from experiencing it, I need to get a very specific, I think it's an energy tank, that or it's missiles. One of those two, right before the first boss, because otherwise I'll never be able to get it again. Because reasons. So, we'll use save file 3. And we are beginning. I've been assigned to watch over Biologics Research Team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Oh, there we are. I adjusted it so now it's bigger for me, and that slightly changed how things were. But yeah, we went back to SR-388. And if the Varia suit looked weird, there's a reason. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we know as the X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. Yeah, a bit of irony there. The Metroids, the things that could end life as we know it, are actually the thing to stop the end of life as we know it. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn, as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CEO is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Yeah, if anybody's wondering, this is a direct tie-in to Metroid Other M. Which I'll say this, Metroid Other M, gameplay could have been better. Story, I didn't actually mind. I mean, it was a bit at points, but honestly, the thing that stopped me from enjoying the game was genuinely the gameplay. It was janky and not in a nice, fun way. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X parasites. The cause of the explosion is unknown, is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the nav station, or navigation room if you choose. On the way, uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now go to the quarantine bay. I forgot you could speed up text with A. Ah, man. Good old Game Boy style gameplay. This is already giving me memories. Yeah, if I'm correct. Yeah, You can't aim down at all, except... Well... That's a bit weird. That's that. Give me a few seconds. Need to go to settings because I think something went wrong when setting this up. Because, okay, set all. Up, down, left. Okay, you went out of order. That. Okay. Yeah, no. Cancel that. Yeah, sometimes this happens when you set up controls for an emulator. Okay, I want to set all. That. Select start. That. Okay, that should be all. Actually, So, if I just very quickly clear a couple of these, and then do that, apply, go okay, new. Oh, okay, I've alternated things a bit, so, and that actually feels better for jumping. I have to remember controls a bit. Yeah, one thing we don't have, oh wait, we do. It's just, timings are a bit weird. In Super Metroid, I had a weird talent with doing the wall jump. Okay, that bit of practice out of the way, and the slight problem of controls being a bit weird. Oh, that would explain it. I was using the analog stick. Give me a few more seconds because apparently my brain is completely forgetting how I decided to do this. Just apply that, and that's just so that then that would explain it. Okay. I'm sorry I have to do this now, but it's that. Okay, I want to clear that, and get that set up, because I realized what was happening when setting up. Okay, why are you having this problem now? Because those couldn't be set. Okay. There we go. Everything is right now. Also, if you look at the map, you'll notice that we have to go through a navigation room. We have no choice but to go through the navigation room. And the reason for that is, if we head up here, there's no doorway to get into that room. And you'll see that a lot. There will be a numerous amount of times where we can't go to a navigation room and continue, or where we can't continue the story without going into a navigation room first. It's very interesting. Also, once you're in a navigation room, you'll notice how the doors look. That means you can't get out. That is specifically the you can't exit unless thing happens door. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Yeah, this is our little, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot what I was doing last time I played, so you just step on that pad right there, and our good computer friend will help. I have to hold back any possible spoilers, because even though this game is old, people might not know anything about it, and some people might just be seeing this for the first time. So I just want to give the best courtesy I can. Okay. So we're in the best part of the game, the creepy part. Going to get worse. Obligatory, why can't Metroid crawl? Oh. Hey, get back here, you. Now, you may think that's stupid, but no. We have Metroid DNA. X-parasites quiver before us. Oh, and also that door, genuinely, you cannot open it unless the game says you can. There might be a few points where I have to really, force controls. And here's proof of concept. I cannot leave this room without talking to Adam. Damn it. Okay, computer's name is Adam now. Don't worry about it. This is unfortunate news. The specimen brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X-parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X-infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. So yeah, by Samus in Metroid 2, by destroying every Metroid except for the infant, Samus kind of doomed the world to the X-parasite. Well, more than the world, the entire galaxy. So, haha, yeah, this is kind of why we haven't gotten a continuation of the Metroid story. Except for whatever happens with Prime, but Prime's more of a spin-off story, that's its own thing. But it has changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X-parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X-parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes, get stronger. Oh, yeah. Forgot, buttons are different. So I've actually been holding B the entire time. Now get going. I've released the lock on all level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. So yeah, we couldn't open basic doors. Well, that's kind of worrying. When OBS says there was an error in encoding. Coding overload, consider turning down video stuffs. Okay, or use a faster encoding preset. See, I'm not streaming, but OBS is very particular with stuff. So let's just go with settings. Audio, video. Temper rate there. FPS target. Yeah, that would be it. 30 frames per second, because that's what I have set up for OBS. Oh my god. Okay. Give me a few seconds to fix this. Okay, let's go with native. And just keep an eye out for any stutter. Oh yeah, if an enemy is flashing white, you can't destroy it, you can't do anything to it. So you gotta be careful. And if I go back into this room, yep. You can very easily keep replenishing health. Specifically, yellow X parasites replenish health, green replenish missiles. You have red, which replenish both health and missiles, if I'm remembering properly. Yeah, that should be the case, because there isn't a separation of, like, missiles and super missiles. But right now, I'm going to... You got overly happy morning for a bit. For right now, I'm going to save the game and call it a recording session for this part, and move on to the next part, because they do these in batches. So, welcome to Metroid Fusion. I hope you stick around for the next part, which should be in a few seconds. Thanks for coming down to my neck of the woods. Goodbye.